This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
I hope I'm not preempting when I talk about triangulating, but the day you mentioned that word, I was excited because you put a name to something I find so soothing and comfortable.
Yes.
I love triangulating. I mean, if it wasn't for you, that would have been my life. Anyway, today you want to tell us about mistakes single women make that prevent them from living fully.
And by the triangle, you're referring to the home, work, church, homework, and that's your life.
Yeah.
It becomes very comforting because it's predictable. And the week goes like that.
I love it.
The only free day you have, you are tired.
Yes.
You are minding your business.
Yes.
And the week begins again. That treadmill is risky.
Even like, my work is irregular. So sometimes I have 3 weeks. Like I have flexi time.
Yeah.
But even I love being home in my cover and watching Netflix.
Especially, the more you grow, the more you lose your dependency to outside stimulation and friends to hype you. When you were younger, you needed to, what's the plan? What's the weekend?
Yeah.
I'm bored. Where are we going? So you have to grow that, and there's so much relief. I can watch the Netflix. Actually, my TV is okay. There's food at home. Thank you.
There's food at home.
So
Yes.
once you lose the youthful hype, there's a release.
I even like the food I cook because I cook it to my specs.
And now you wonder what is it out there?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yes.
You even go there, just give me tea.
Yeah.
A lot of times,
Yeah.
your life becomes more self-contained, more, and you begin to appreciate yourself after you've learned the vanities of the world.
Yes.
You know, when you were younger, the treat was that burger, that shawarma thing. That's a treat. Now the treat is my own.
Yeah.
So your tastes are changing.
Gosh, do you know I can be somewhere, and if things are going bad, I'm just fantasizing about
Go
going
home.
to go home.
You know?
Yeah.
To do what? Just to chill.
Yeah.
So it's true. As you evolve, there's a tendency to go more towards your life. But when the time has come for you to go into the market, though we're talking about the mistakes these single women make,
Yeah.
that can really hold them from having a fulfilling life during the single season and even thereafter.
Yeah.
We're talking about launching blunders.
Hey.
In the runway, there's a line called line of no return. When the pilot has sped up and crossed that line,
Yeah.
you can't change your mind from taking off because there's no more enough distance to slow down.
Yeah.
You have to take off and then come back if you have changed your mind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you check some airports, the runway is just ending near the ocean. And where's the runway? We don't have enough space.
Yeah.
If you try to slow down, my friend, you crash somewhere. Buildings, ocean, something like that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, life too has limitations. Okay, we told you to live life on your own terms. Don't be pressurized by society. Don't think about deadlines. Just live your life on your terms. But just remember, your creator also gave you seasons. So this is not about pleasing people. This is about knowing where are the demarcations for periods and the closing story of David in one of the Chronicles, one of the books, says, and these are the times that went over Israel, over David, and over all the kingdoms of the nations. Times that went over Israel, that went over David, that went over all the kingdoms of the nations. And he was documenting where to find them.
Yeah.
In the book of Samuel the seer, Gad the prophet, they're documented there. That told me that at the end, it will be said times that went over us. Seasons that we crossed through. And dispensations. I saw this poet saying, remind yourself that these are your days. Make that thing in you manifest in your generation. These are your days. Stop putting it off. it may be very soon that you are hearing an epitaph, a concluding comment about your life, yet you kept postponing these things.
This is getting serious.
Kept postponing these things. And so just moments ago, I was trying to respond to a lady, some questions that leave you more angry, frustrated, because the question is revealing another problem. And that's where I want to enter from. She was asking, what do I do with a husband who keeps flirting, hooking up with other women? When I ask, he does not change or advise me. And I'm saying, that's not the problem. The problem is not him. The problem is you.
Yeah.
The question is not the question.
Yes.
The question is a confession of how disorganized your life is.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times when you're single, you're free. But just remember, you're free, but you're not free from the consequences of your choices.
Yes.
You're free to choose, but you're not free to choose the consequences of the choice.
Yeah.
And sometimes not choosing anything is also a choice. Not dialing anything. When they ask you to make a defense in court, they tell you have an option of keeping quiet. And when you have an option of speaking, and what you speak may be used against you, life has that kind of a thing. When seasons, the chapters turn, even if you sit there, times are passing, documentaries are being entered, there's a countdown.
Yeah.
There's a countdown. We have a short time to prepare for a long time. To prepare a legacy, to set a tone, to register our mark, a short time. Perhaps what Moses said during that time of wrath, it was only 70 years of strength, and we are more or less in the same season. That years of strength, we call them 70, but by the time you have the room to do anything, you're almost 30, so we might as well talk about 40. Somebody did a calculation of if you are investing your money throughout life. When you are 20, $1 has the capacity to be $88 by the time you're 65, using the most productive investment opportunities currently in the US. He was telling people what changes with age. When you invest $1 when you're 20, it will be $88 by the time you're 65. If you invest it when you're 30, it will be only 53. If you invest when you're 40, it reduced to 20, I don't know what. He was saying, just the way the dollar is changing in value by age alone, other things are diminishing with time. Opportunities are closing. It's a one-way run. That person who did interview with terminally ill, people are dying. Others are not even ill, they're just dying of age, complications. You see that cause of death called complications of old age.
Yeah.
Not one thing.
That's many things.
You know? And what was their regret? And they summarized, and I like the person publishing a book like that to warn us. That's why nearing that finishing point, what you are likely to regret about. What others are regretting about. And what I'm telling you today featured in both of those mistakes. And one of them was, I took so long to go after what I knew I should go after. Imagine just procrastinating on launching your dreams. Things you know you should do, but someday, better circumstances, better money, better support. Not now. Not now. The first mistake single ladies make that hold them from living a full life is to getting married now to be confirmed later. Entering a purgatory of a marriage. Marrying on loan. Marrying with one leg. Giving their all on credit. And so you start waiting to be confirmed as wife, because you're wife in theory, but not on paper. But all other things happening, getting children, years are going, you are investing emotionally, socially, reputation, everything. But you're waiting for, when are we making it official? You start now pushing. The pressure comes back to your side. Some people carry on and they formalize, but many drag it and hang your life. There are some projects you can't launch when you're not sure about your security there. So you can't live fully until that happens. There's a level of creativity and security, and the woman's mind is very connected to her nest, where she is. I read somewhere that the male spider can play the cobweb as a guitar to attract the females. To sound some sounds in their world that are visible. The female connects with her home, her children, her environment. And if she feels at home, her creativity now bubbles.
Yeah.
When she feels not sure, she can live suspended for many years.
Yeah.
And when you walk to a person to be advised about marriage, but the person you are with, you're just getting children, they're not parents, but there's no paper, there's no legal contract, they didn't sign anything. What is your moral ground to ask them to behave like a husband? They never signed anywhere to be a monogamous husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're depending on words. And because you're investing so foolishly, you convince yourself and you start talking like we are planning to, we. You are the one losing time. You are the one who's more sensitive. You are the one who's biology. You are the one losing more. You can't be saying we. This is foolish. Think I. And ask, some of our parents married that way and we borrowed that. Times have so changed that many of us need retraining to stop borrowing from people who lived in a world that no longer exists.
Yes.
There was a time marriage was sanctioned by communities. Even marriage invitation was the family of so-and-so invites for the marriage of their daughter Lillian together with and the family of so families organize a thing. Today there's no oversight.
Yeah.
No oversight. We come from the university, universal, you come from out there. And we introduce ourselves to parents and then they just bless.
Yeah.
Today we don't have that sanctioning by community. It's a very good thing, and on the other side it's also dangerous because it means you're dealing with a free agent who can fly any direction.
Yeah.
You can go to parents and say, where's your daughter? You're the one who brought the daughter here to us. We also don't know. When you find her, let us know.
Yeah.
you don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
We used to live in one settlement. Now it's our homes out here.
Yeah.
You have to tell a parent where to find you.
Yes.
The capitalistic social life has become very individual. You cannot depend on what used to work back then.
Yeah.
Again, the good part of this system is liberty.
Yes.
We have liberty to self-determine.
Yes.
We have liberty to form associations that serve us.
Yes.
To form communities that move us forward. We have freedom to seek our faith, to build our convictions, to register our presence in Australia, South Africa, in Gambia, wherever. You are free now. I can't wait until Africa becomes visa-free.
Yes.
Rwanda has opened itself to Africa. Say, once you land here, we'll give you whatever document you need. Just come with the ID of your country.
Yeah.
We can't wait for that time. We are like the US. You only need the ID for the whole continent, really.
Yeah.
You can move interstate.
Yeah.
You're free now.
You're free.
That time, it was illegal for women to do some things, even to vote.
Yes.
Now they can not only vote, but be voted for.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I can tell my daughter, you are free, you can go anywhere. This freedom serves all of us. These are our daughters, these are our mothers. These are our wives. And I hope every man we are journeying together in this will make sure the wife self-actualizes.
Yes.
That woman will take care of you until either of you dies.
Yes.
It will not be a vow on paper.
Yeah.
I heard one guy listened, overheard his hyena friend trying to hit on a colleague. They went for company luncheon or something, a company treat. And one of the big guys there liked that, to hit on women there. And she was agitated. They were seated on a table there, but she raised her voice because of agitation.
Yeah.
How dare you think of me like that?
Yeah.
So she took it away. He could hear. He knew what was going on. This guy is trying to hit on that colleague.
Yeah.
And she started counting the things that's, you know, the way you start a conversation and you're apologetic and you're leaning backward and it's been given to you.
Yeah.
You came for it.
Yes.
You're saying I cheated on my husband took me, stood up with me, backed me up. He could be anywhere, but my friend, I can never be.
Oops, that was a live wire.
You know?
Yeah.
And I said, salute. We have people who are true. We have, as I told you, we, the media, broadcast betrayal. We don't broadcast faithfulness. Like that incident wouldn't hit the news.
Yeah.
It's when the person has done all that, then you betrayed. Then we blow it up to look like that's the common trend. Don't invest in people. They are always betrayed.
Yeah.
The bias of reporting makes it look like it's more abundant.
Yes.
The bias of reporting.
Yes.
When actually people are being faithful could be 80%. But the 20% that is betraying has 80% of media space. Because we watch more fear. We watch dread. We watch scare. We don't watch assurance. We don't watch what is confirming.
Yeah.
It's even they are so aware that when they're announcing the news bulletin, they say on a happy note. They bring one note.
Yeah.
It's a note.
It's a note.
To rest.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Be careful as a woman that once you enter with a postponement, a hanging, something that is not assured, until it is confirmed, you will feel like you are a visitor. Others will even insult you. Others are aware about it.
Yeah.
Now, once you compromise the first step, you have to compromise many others to cover up the first. Now, you are more likely to accept any kind of arrangement, should it be traditional,
Yeah.
should it be anything. Others are hanging on an affidavit, something. Very small paper,
Yeah.
affidavit. I promise that what I said,
Yeah.
it's not a binding document. And people are so ignorant, yet they're investing their whole life. Many people do that who didn't build a house on a plot they don't have a title.
Yeah.
They are so diligent when it comes to money. They wouldn't pay a house, start living there, build when they have no paperwork. But when it comes to their life, they're skittish.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of emotion. You know, love has a lot of emotions, and they trust.
He's a good man.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of good men are not committed husbands. Just remember that. We talked in another show, reasons why people cheat. And I told you, good people cheat when they don't have firm boundaries against malicious women.
Yes.
Yes.
Good people cheat when they don't have firm boundaries against malicious women.
Yes.
Just for the lack of boundaries.
And when you try to show them that this person is not good, these motives, they think you're being paranoid.
Yeah.
You're controlling.
Yeah.
You can read. Even men sometimes can see a man who has an angle towards the wife. Most good men are aware they cannot control their wives. If your wife wanted to have things out there, it's easier to track a man than it is to track a woman. The path of a woman coming from one point to home is zigzag of necessity because of how many duties she has to do.
Yeah.
The market, the butchery, the grocery, this and the clothes to check and the other. Of her necessity, it's zigzag.
Yeah.
Most of men's routes are straight.
Yeah.
You can tell when there's a deviation. Men have a very small capacity for multitasking.
Yeah.
When he disappears from somewhere, you can tell the disappearance.
Yes.
When he energetically gets distracted, you can tell.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's easier to tell when a man is doing cheeky things.
Yeah.
Women just close their eyes because they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, it's true. We just close our eyes.
I don't want to look, if I look there, I might cry. I don't
Really?
have problems. Because
Yes.
there's something to make you cry.
Yes.
You just don't want to deal with it.
Yes.
But you're still allowing all the results of whatever is happening to enter your life.
Yeah.
You're still involved with that man when you know he's doing things. Until the contempt arrives years down the line. They lose respect for you completely until they treat you contemptuously.
Yeah.
Because you allowed thinking you are being easy. You're just being cooperative.
Yeah.
The one mistake is to enter marriage on the low key and then you're trying to lift the mood, trying to raise it. It is very difficult, almost impossible. Many of these cohabitating usually they dilute on their faith, what the church they go to teaches, what many of the communities they belong to teaches. They just and they try now to reintroduce this person there, and many times they never cooperate.
Yeah.
So you get a person who you have children and the children don't know whose value system to follow.
Yeah.
Yours or this person's.
Yeah.
This person doesn't believe in your value, they despise them. You despise their values. Children are left in between there. And many times you teach them this when the person dilutes. Teach them the person dilutes. You think it's a small thing to start with cohabitating. You think it's a small thing. But it is an encapsulation of so many compromises. They only become evident 10 years down the line.
Yeah.
When there are multiple children, years gone, and many good meaning people, well-meaning people. You know, they were talking against wedding at that time. Say, I don't want publicity, just want low-key. You don't have to do the... You know, you can do the legal thing, even if you don't want crowds. Wedding has nothing to do with the crowds. Please, let's dissociate that and stop using it as an excuse.
Yeah.
This is a major undertaking. Prudence says, now that it will affect your life before and after, in such clear-cut, distinctive ways. You will move physically to be with a person. Financially, this will be a part of it. Emotionally, day by day. Even your DNA, you are mixing to create creatures here. You are going to change your social life. You are going to change your name. You are going to change how you appear. Everything. How do you become casual with something as pervasive, cross-cutting your life like this? Do it with a ceremony. The same way you did a ceremony to graduate, you had done it for 4 years and you wanted a ceremony to make sure.
Yeah.
There's a before and after. It was a journey, guys, I'm crossing over, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Why are you serious graduating with a diploma and a ceremony and you don't think you should graduate from youth to what I say? We never talk ill about graduation ceremonies. I don't want publicity. We say, I want it small for that's what I prefer. But I want a ceremony to commemorate the ending and the beginning. I don't know why we become skittish. Those are a waste of money. Was your graduation a waste of money?
No.
You know, this is just fake, showing people. What was fake about your graduation? I'm also graduating.
Yeah.
I'm graduating. And in any case, now, that time I was alone. Now I'm graduating to be with a person permanently.
Yeah.
Much more important.
Hey, I need witnesses.
Exactly.
Have you seen you guys?
You know,
did you hear
because
what
it
he
cannot
said?
be a secret now.
Yeah.
Even if you just bring 10 people,
Yes.
and the 10 people are telling other 10 people that we had this function, Lily, good for them. Who is it? Good. That part also eliminates obvious jokers. Do these things to eliminate obvious jokers.
Yeah.
You cannot rule out all manner of deceptions, but you should rule out the obvious ones, please. Don't say you are cheated and you are so naive and stupid yourself.
Yeah.
You're just being stolen at night, like a dirty thing. Particularly those who are marrying after the first mishap, they tend to compromise too much.
Oh.
Those were the first mishap. You know, I bet a person who coming from divorce, there was a clear thing they were in.
Oh. Okay.
Some people are not coming from divorce because there was never a marriage.
It was a vague
A
thing.
thing. Now they are moving to another thing. They never healed, redefined themselves. Others just got a child. Something funny.
Yeah.
You know? And instead of evolving and defining who they are, that guy was saying this lady who left her husband December 5 months ago, she's asking, can we move in? Can we date? She's ready. You don't know you don't understand life yourself.
Yeah.
That the person need to be steady to heal, to find themselves.
Yeah.
And this person maybe is escaping being alone. We said in another show, it's dangerous to date a person who's been hopping from one relationship to another one.
Yeah.
That jumping means they're escaping being alone. When people cannot be alone, they cannot be with you either.
Yeah.
Okay?
Let me digest that. When someone cannot be alone, they cannot be with me either.
Yes, emotionally. When they cannot sit with their life and deal with it, they can't sit with yours and help you deal with it. When they can't process what they are unhappy with and correct it, when they cannot process what they are threatened by and deal with it, when they cannot process what they wish was different and begin to change it. So in case instead they run, now that they're not making enough money, I want a man to finance. Now that I don't feel beautiful enough, I want somebody to reassure me. Now that my father abandoned me, I want a father replacement. Now that my mother was not loving, let me get a mother replacement. I can't cook myself, somebody cook for me. I can't pay my rent, somebody pay my rent.
That was fast.
When I remember I was left, I need somebody else. I can't stand being like, oh my God, where I was dropped. So if you are the one they jump onto, you know you married a fugitive on the run from the emptiness, the pain.
Hey.
And they will task you with healing them. You wake up with all those memories crying. in the morning. You start soothing, cooking, cocoa, massaging, singing songs, trying, exorcism, casting, because you're crying, you can't tell why, you're trying to repent all your sins. Did I talk this? Did I hurt you? It's not you. You married a person 70 demons. One of them is at work today. Demon number 63. You need a code.
Hey,
Bring to your house.
Yeah.
A person on the run.
Where?
And they don't hide, they tell you. And I remember how my father used to prefer my cousin, took my cousin to school, left him there. And now he's here asking me to send my cousin, and I'll never. But now the trigger is you. The way you came 30 minutes late last night.
Yeah.
You're the trigger. All the men in my life always end up the same. Always. I'm not good enough. I realize I better kill myself. I'll die. You'll not find me here. So if I'm dead, you guys will be happier. Now you have a wife who wants to kill herself. Because you married a wife who has not dealt with the way the father never preferred her.
One time I went on a date and I was slightly early and the guy was slightly late. So the guy was really apologizing. I felt over apologizing.
Exactly.
So I was not so bothered. I'm like, it's okay, it's fine. We've moved on. Now, the next date, I was late. He was punctual. I think he insulted me. He said something very bad. He was very rude. I felt that was over punishment. So when I hear you talking about there's something someone is running away from, there's an imbalance they then bring to the table.
And I hope on your way out, on your departing speech.
Did I do I was shocked. I was.
No, later on people do some.
Yeah. Yes.
If you had been schooled in our school, you'd have picked this problem from the day you have apologized. Next time, don't wait, because nature may not help you as quickly as it helped you that time, because you didn't get it. So nature brought it by you being late.
Next time, don't wait.
You waited too long. You missed the first signal, and the next signal may come after 5 years when you're already in. So the first signal of a person over apologizing, flip it over. What if it was me who was late?
Yeah, I did feel like that. Then I guess I just said, let's see how it goes.
Anytime a person is too sorry, they're struggling to forgive themselves. It's not you. They're struggling to get you to forgive them. They're struggling to forgive themselves. They cannot accept your forgiveness when they have not forgiven themselves.
Right.
And should you be the one to wrong them, they'll also never forgive you.
Yeah.
They can't give you what they can't give themselves. So in reality, if you dig up into that person's life, they had a very stern and unforgiving parent. And they learned that military. And it's like they're waiting for disaster now that they have done something wrong. For bang. And when you're the one with the wrong, they're the one to issue the bang.
Okay.
Yes. When it's not logical, it's always
psychological.
Thank you.
I feel like you teach me how to be brutal.
Just honest,
it feels like it feels brutal to me to say that's enough. The first.
No, you can always dig up and you can always highlight it to them on your farewell speech or on your conversation. I notice you are struggling to forgive yourself. You think you are getting me to forgive. I've already forgiven you, but you can't let it go because you have not forgiven yourself. What is that in your life? Who was it that couldn't forgive you?
Yeah.
You can actually direct people to self-examine.
Okay.
At that time, you're in a better camaraderie.
Yeah.
We always do that in our work with clients as psychologists and coaches because our work is to mirror their psychological.
Yeah.
They are late for only 10 minutes, and even the next session, they're apologizing the last time they had, and we already finished that. And
there was an interesting development. He then apologized after for the second thing that he did. But then now for me, I was like, that should never have happened.
You're fluctuating too much. Again, whenever people are coming from very rude to very sorry.
Yeah.
A problem. They're unhinged.
Okay.
The last mistake single women make is mistaking exploration with loyalty. Instead of exploring when they're young, they stick loyal to one person. They pass all their years
Yeah.
being loyal to one man they're calling boyfriend. The peak years to step up and see the whole wide world. They're being loyal to you and they think it's virtue.
Yeah.
So naive. I don't know who taught them that. And they think meeting many men is promiscuity. Perhaps many of them are also sexually careless. They're still sleeping with whoever they're calling boyfriend. But when you date free, no strings attached, you don't stay with one person for years.
Yeah.
Those years you spend them building life. Until you feel ready for marriage. Now you enter market, greet, talk, free. No strings attached. No creeping to dark places. His boardroom is talking, is free. Until you meet the one who's it's a clique. They're at the same stage of life. They have what you have. They're looking for what you're looking for. You don't bother with the titles of boyfriend, girlfriend. Titles bring entitlement. Wrong titles bring wrong entitlements.
Right.
You go into marriage with prepared mind and preparedness. You feel fortunate. It's a better discovery than like gold. When you listen to Psalms, when you read Psalms, you hear that theme. I love your word more than much fine gold. There are some people you find and you feel like you found treasure. It's not just a partner. They bring so much peace and expansiveness, creativity, stimulation, belief in yourself, confidence, boost of energy, imagination, possibility, another joy. A person who can bring out the child in you. The world doesn't care so much to make you happy.
Yeah.
Only when you are lucky to find this close friend, you talk, hearty stories, laugh. When you find a partner who is also now your best friend, who you can talk and laugh and you can do that daily in all circumstances of life, you feel just, this is a treasure from the divine. This is not just marriage.
Yes.
With that comes from having ascended so well to define your life that you know every parameter where you lie.
Yeah.
The stupidity of dating before you find yourself is you don't know the parameters of life.
Yeah, that's true.
And where you lie on that parameter. When you have ascended to be able to count 10 non-negotiables, now I know you have explored life.
Yeah.
You know that once upon a time you thought they're trivial.
Yes.
How the man relates with his mother. And what he expects you to, the role to play. One of them was saying, expect you to be a role model to my sisters. To be a second mother of sorts.
Hey.
And my mother comes number one. When you're driving the car, she always sits in front. The car seat is not a thing, is what it represents. You know?
Yeah.
My mother may sit there because she's sickly, old or something.
Yeah.
But if you are putting her there as an illustration, that she comes ahead of me, that is the difference. You get? People used to argue who should sit in front. And we said the physical seat is only symbolic.
Right.
It's where I lie in my life.
Yeah.
The old woman maybe, or we picked her there to drop her there, we are taking her to hospital. So the seat is not the real thing.
Yeah.
If she wants to sit with the grandchild to play and there's more space behind, or the wife is maybe whatever, so it's not but if you are saying you are putting her there because in your life she's in front, my friend.
Red flag.
That's the problem.
Yes.
You must leave in order to cleave.
Right.
If you confuse searching with settling and thinking you're found, and passing years and thinking you're measuring it as a medal of honor, and then you come, either you are swindled or the relationship lasted 8 years, but the marriage crumbled after 2 years.
I find that so ironic.
Relationship was open. No commitment, no paperwork. This one of commitment and leadership and progress as a demand. So you crowned a person you loved with a story of love, but you could not manage a story of life. Life is about long-term thinking together, include each other, defending, standing, being true. Those things are different. So the thing is to say, I want you to, as a single person, use time to explore, use your youth to evolve, to decide the parameters of your life. When you go to the negotiation table, you're very clear on what you want. Yes.
Woo! I didn't want that show to end. Thank you so much. And if you enjoyed that conversation, please head on over to www.benjaminzuluglobal.com and purchase one or all of his books. You can also purchase as gifts to your social circles, to classes, classrooms, students, and just let's help the whole country and the continent of Africa. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better